Hey, what is up guys, and welcome again to my channel. And for today's video I want to talk about a company that actually a month ago had its IPO. I'm pretty sure you know this company because if you are into the stock market, one of our favorite investors actually purchased some shares of this company, and I'm talking about Snowflake, a tech company listed in the US stock market. And I want to talk about what this company does, what are their services, what are the benefits, and also I want to talk about its IPO. I'm gonna go through their fundamentals to see if this company is a good buy right now or not. I want to talk about the clients and the CEO of the company as well, and by the end of the video I want to give my conclusion of what I think about this company right now and for the future as well. But before we get into that content, you can hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You are going to help me a lot by doing that, and you're going to help my channel to grow even more. So right now let's talk about what this company does. Well, actually Snowflake, what offers is a data warehouse, or we can say also a virtual data warehouse, because they are based in the cloud, specifically in the Amazon Web Services cloud. So what they do is that they gather information, they process that information, and then they display that information for people to analyze that info easier and much faster. So before Snowflake, how did this work? Well, if we wanted to analyze our information, then we had to create our own data warehouse. So we have to purchase our own software, hardware, hire engineers to assemble all those hardware and software as well. And then they will have to create the data and display that data so that we can analyze the information and make decisions over that information. So as you can see, this is long and expensive as well. So instead, if we have Snowflake services, then we can do this much faster because they are in charge of updating, maintaining the software and also the hardware. So we don't have to hire any engineer to create and display that information for us. We only have to get those services from Snowflake, and we will be able to get that information right away. So also some of the benefits besides that this company offers is that they process information much faster, and also they have a good performance. Why? Because since it is based in the cloud, then we can have access to that information anytime we want. And also if we have, for example, the engineering department and the production department, and they both want to have access to the same data at the same time, the Snowflake is going to create a virtual warehouse for each of every one of these departments. Then it means that they are going to work independently at the same time, but with the same information. So they are not going to have troubles trying to get information out of this data warehouse. Another benefit is that if we want to sell our own data to third-party companies, if that company doesn't have a Snowflake services, it won't matter, because we can create like a special account for that third-party company and they will have access to our data. So one of the other benefits this company offers is the storage and support for structured and semi-structured data. So we know that some companies don't have well organized their information, but it won't matter for Snowflake. We only have to upload that information to the cloud, and Snowflake is going to order that information for us and make it much easier to analyze it. Also, even if this company works with or works on Amazon cloud services, if we have our information in Microsoft services or Google cloud platform, it won't matter, because Snowflake can work on those two clouds at the same time. It doesn't matter. We don't have to take our information to Amazon's cloud or anywhere else. We can do our own job in our own cloud at the same time. One other benefit this company has is concurrency and accessibility. Like I said, if we have more than two departments wanting to have access to the data at the same time, we can do it, because Snowflake is going to create a special warehouse for every department that wants access to the data. And also, if for instance we want to have a more computation intensity, because we are going to analyze or create a huge amount of queries, then it won't matter because we can increase the computation of a Snowflake, and when we are done analyzing that huge amount of data, we can reduce the computation, and Snowflake is going to charge us only for those minutes. We have to take into consideration as well companies like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google, which offer cloud services as well. They offer similar services as that of Snowflake, but the thing is that they only work in their own cloud. For example, Amazon cannot work on data that is stored on Microsoft or Google's. So that is the huge advantage that Snowflake has over these three giant tech companies. So now let's talk about its IPO. This company IPO'd like a month ago, back in September 2020, and actually the price of the share before the IPO ranged between $74 and $84, but because of its valuation, then the price of the share actually went up to $120. When the company IPO'd, because the demand of shares of this company was actually pretty high, the price went up quickly. So it means that before the end of the day, the price of the share surpassed the mark of the $300, but when the day finished, the price of the share went down to $243. So it means that for people or investors that actually purchased shares when the IPO started, they actually duplicated their investment in just one day. So by the end of the day, the company sold over 28 million shares and raised nearly $3.4 billion from its IPO. This is very impressive because it surpassed the IPO, for example, that Dell had back in 2007 when they raised only $1 billion. So let's do not forget that this company was founded back in 2012, and now it's worth more than well-established companies in the S&P 500 like Bank of New York, Mellon, and also companies like Hershey's. So it's very impressive what this company did back in the IPO. Now let's do some analysis about this company, and I don't have a lot of information because this company had its IPO, like I said, like a month ago, but we are going to do some analysis, and it's going to help us to have a better idea about the company and when the company is going to be, according to some analysis, within 3 years. For instance, Snowflake raised $479 million in February, and the valuation of the company back then was $12.4 billion. So in total, the company raised $1.4 billion from investors like Sequoia or Iconic Capital. Also later, the company announced that investors like Salesforce, which is another cloud giant company that actually was recently added to the Dow Jones, which is another market in the US, and also investors like Warren Buffett, they say that each were going to buy $250 million in Snowflake stock when the company IPOs. So it means that if we know Warren Buffett is investing in one company, it's because the company must be good and they have to do a good job with their numbers, their services, and stuff like that. So Snowflake reported that its revenue jumped from 97 million in 2019 to 264 million in 2020. So it is very impressive what this company made in just 1 year. But we also have to pay attention on how the losses of the company behave as well. For instance, they jumped from 178 million to 348 million in 1 year as well. So we see that both revenue and losses went up considerably in just 1 year. Now let's take a look at what two analysts think about this company. So for instance, the company estimates that $560 million are going to be created in revenue for the fiscal year of 2021. That means that they are expecting a growth of 114% year over year, and the forward projection show the top line number hitting $1.75 billion within 2 years. So it means that by 2023 they expect $1.75 billion in revenue, so which is something pretty good as well. However, this analyst says that he doesn't see, or he sees a limited upside and would like to wait until the price goes down. He's talking right now that the price of the share of this company is quite high given its current valuation, and he would like to wait for a better entry point and buy some shares in this company. So according to 22 analysts polled in the last 3 months, 9 are bullish, 11 remain sidelined, and 2 are bearish on the company, with a modest of 8.5 upside potential, and they estimate a target price of $265.67 per share. So another analyst think that this company is going to have a compounded annual growth of 106% through the January 2023 fiscal year. So in other words, it means that we can say that the company is going to grow an average of 106% until 2023, and we see that he estimates that the company is going to make a revenue by the end of 2023 of 1.7 billion. So that means that according to these analysts, the company is going to be behaving that way, and gives me more confidence that this is going to be true, or that there is a high possibility that this becomes true by the end of 2023. But also this analyst says that the price of the share is really high right now, and so the question is whether to wait on extraordinary growth or we can hold back for a better entry price. So it means that it is up to us if we want to buy some shares right now and bet on the growth this company is going to have according to these analysts until 2023, or we can wait for a better entry point. So now let's talk about the clients of this company. So they reported that in 2029 they had 1,547 clients, and in 2020 now they have 3,117 clients. So we're talking about an increase of 100% of the number of clients this company currently has. Out of those clients, 146 are part of the Standard & Poor 500 market. So it means that they are very good clients. We can see here that they are very good clients, and also they have a good history of creating profit for the company as well, for their companies as well. So now let's talk about the CEO of the company. The CEO is Frank Slootman. He became CEO of the company back in 2029, but prior to that he became CEO of Data Domain back in 2003. He took this company from 0 clients to 0 revenue, and he IPO'd this company back in 2027, and they raised approximately $1 billion. And also at the end they ended up selling this company to EMC for $2.4 billion. Also he became CEO of the company Services Now, and back in 2011, and he took this company, he IPO'd this company, and in that period the company grew approximately 40% annually. So we see that the company has a very good CEO that knows what he's doing. He has the enough experience to take this company through the same path according to what we are saying and stuff like that. Then this company actually is going to meet all the targets that the analysts are setting right now. So in my opinion, my conclusion is that right now when shooting this video, the price of the stock is quite high. It is at $241, I think, and I would prefer to wait until the prices go down to $200. And I haven't done any in-depth analysis on this company right now. So $200 overall, I think it's going to be a good entry point to invest in this company, but this is up to you. Like some analysts say, it is up to us if we want to bet on a company that we can see a huge growth potential, or we can wait until the price of the stock goes down to an entry point on which we think it's going to be a good idea to buy some shares in and stuff like that. So this is all the information that I wanted to bring for all of you. If you are interested in investing in this company, I recommend you that you can do another research, investigate a little more about it, because remember, if you want to invest in a company, you have to be sure of the numbers of the company, the clients, the executives, what this company does. You have to understand all this before investing in that in any other company. So if you like the content, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also if you have comments, leave that info in the comment section below. So thank you for watching and have a good one.